Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here with your weekend aviation weather forecast as issued on Friday the 3rd of May. Of course we're into a bank holiday weekend now, so let's see what it looks like for flying. As always, just to remind you that the sites get free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. It's by you using the site and using the adverts on the site, that's what means that we can keep it free of charge. So thanks for your support. This is the chart for Saturday. Got a front across the south of the country on Saturday. I think this is going to have a residual hangback of cloud somewhere through there through Saturday morning. May produce one or two spots of rain. Bases down at 1,500 to 2,000 feet at first in places, but I think it will gradually lift those cloud bases. So we're up at 2,000 to 2,500 feet in the afternoon. Always a bit of low cloud as well for the far southwest of Ireland. There we could find bases of 1,000 feet, but generally for most, once mist clears away, it should be a fair day. I think light winds and bases up at about 3,000 to 3,500 feet. A little bit of cloud and some outbreaks of rain affecting the northwest of Scotland. Those of you like gliding, well, good gliding conditions, I think, particularly across northern and eastern parts tomorrow. Here's a cloud-based forecast from the GFS model. You see how it's making more of this cloud down towards the south here. It brings bases down to 500 feet at times along these western coasts. Perfectly feasible. Inland, 1,000 to 2,000 feet early on, but I think these are going to be gradually lifting through the course of the day. Further north, it looks as if bases well above that 2,000 feet level. Visibility-wise, well, it's going to be the southern areas that see problems with visibility, down to 5 kilometres in places across western coasts of Cornwall and Devon, also in southern parts of Ireland, and also maybe a little bit of rain affecting East Anglia, which could just reduce visibility there to around the 10 kilometre mark. But for many it's above 15 kilometres, although you see here we've got some clouds and some outbreaks of rain coming into western Scotland as well, reducing vis. On to Sunday, high pressures down to the south of the country. Got this warm front moving its way northeastwards. That's got quite a bit of moisture with it. I think it will bring a fair amount of low cloud to these western coasts, although I've got to say confidence is really low in how much cloud there'll be. Some spots of drizzle towards the west as well, but sunny spells will be breaking through. I think through more central and eastern areas, a little bit of mist at first, but that will clear away, and then we should find another fair day with reasonable flying conditions. As I said, a fair amount of cloud around, and this chart for cloud bases really picks up on that quite well. Bases typically between 1,000 and 2,000 feet in the morning across many parts of England, Wales and Ireland. Doesn't really show the low cloud that I think is going to be out here through the Irish Sea and through the western parts of the Channel. And also I think there will be more in the way of cloud across southern parts of England. But it will break, as I said, and we should find the bases lifting, I think particularly in this zone here. I think that's where we should find the best of the flying conditions. Visibility on Sunday, well, that's trying to pick out the idea of some mist and fog, mist and murk affecting parts of the Irish Sea, western Scotland, western coast of Ireland too, and also a little bit down these eastern coasts, but generally many areas are up at 10 to 15 kilometres plus. And then into Bank Holiday Monday, well, high pressure's out towards the east, we've got low pressure out towards the west, we've got this south to southeasterly flow. I think there will be some cloud around in the morning, could be some low cloud, a little bit of mist at first, but that will clear away, and then the day should be fair with some sunny spells. Cloud bases are going to be up at 2,000 feet or above for most of us, I think probably nearer the 4 mark. But for western Scotland, western parts of Ireland, southern Ireland as well, some low cloud feeding in here, particularly as that front comes in, and it could just bring bases down to 1,000 feet. Visibility somewhat reduced by the front. Generally it's going to be western Scotland and parts of Ireland that see the visibility down to between 5 and 10 kilometres in outbreaks of rain. Also could just clip that eastern coast of Scotland, but for most I think the day probably is dry and fair, visibility up at above 15 kilometres. Just one thing to note, watch out for a few mist or fog patches in the Channel if you're thinking of going cross Channel. That's it for now, so whatever you're flying and wherever you're flying this weekend, have a good one. Don't forget to check the very latest METARS TAFs Form 214 and 215 before you fly. Once again, thanks for watching weatherweb.net. Remember that we kept free of charge by the ads you see around the screen here. So by you coming back, using the site, using the charts, etc., that's what keeps us free of charge. So thank you for doing that, and whatever you're doing, keep the sun shining, and bye for now.